Hey guys, what's going on? Jenko Sports here, bringing you another episode in our Leicester City career mode save, and it's that time of the year. Transfer deadline day is upon us. We've got as much money as a homeless man in Slough, and we want to try and get some players. If not on loan, then maybe a couple of cheap signings, because yeah, you took a big gamble getting our scouts in, and we do get to see a couple of youth prospects, but you can see already there on the inbox I'm making quite a lot of inquiries. All of them, however, either don't want to come to Leicester or they're asking for more money than McDonald's makes in a month. But either way, just taking a look at what the scouts have picked up going into deadline day and what stats are available. I was looking at Dwight Gale on loan. I send them an offer to Crystal Palace, but they're so far at their own bumholes. I think that he's too good for Leicester and therefore keep him at the club. So I was looking at some youth talent coming in. The thing is with this Leicester squad at the moment is that there's quite a lot of experience already. We've got your Cambiasos, your Matthew Upsons, your Leonardo Aloas. What we need now is some more youth in the team, because at the moment we've just got Ale, who's about 2 foot off the ground, the height of Papa Smurf, running down the wing and not really producing much because he doesn't have the strength to fend off any wing backs. Looking at the current ins and outs of all the teams at the moment, no real shocks other than Oscar moving to Manchester City. Now that shocked me a bit, bearing in mind, you take a look in a moment at how many players Manchester City have sent out. They've got rid of Nastasic and Aguero as well. Was that a good move? We'll find out very soon. Now, I've decided to go into the scouting and just look for players who are about 18 to 20 and see who I can maybe get on loan. Now, this man stood out to me, Chuba Akpom from Arsenal. We lack a bit of pace up front. If we can get Akpom sprinting all the way down to the goal, then flicking a ball into the tall man of Leonardo Aloa, we may have a shot at getting some good goals here. So we decide to try and loan Akpom on loan for a full season, and then we stumble alongside this man, Anthony Marshall from AS Monaco, and look at those stats already in the 80s and 70s for sprinting and acceleration. He's got the potential to go all green, and you look at the other stats as well, he's got some great shot on him, quite tall, and that's exactly what we need from a striker of that age as well. The only issue is now money. How much are they going to want for that young man? We'll find out very shortly. We do send a couple of inquiries to numerous teams. And now taking a look at the squad ranking, I wasn't sure this screen actually existed, but this tells you your best performing players in the squad, their overall match ratings. It's kind of like a Football Manager scenario if you're used to seeing all of the in-depth stats and who really is performing well, who's not, who should be transfer listed, who could not be. It's a really nice addition to FIFA, and about time it come. But you look at that guy's stats, and for an 18-year-old, you know he's going to explode in a couple years to come. They want about 3.8 million for him. I'm trying to bring them down, but my transfer budget, as I said, is so low. We're going to have to go in towards our finances and try and split it a completely different way. You can see now we've literally got 75-25 split, so we can bring one big player in and then have about £4 a week on wages, or maybe £6 in a Big Mac, depends how lucky they get. But we send in the transfer offer. AS Monaco should be able to accept that one. It's not a bad offer indeed. They're only a couple 100k shy of what they wanted. 4 hours left to go in the transfer window. Is this enough time to get a transfer negotiation through? Now, this has annoyed me because Ranty from Bournemouth didn't want anything to do with us, but at the same time, I was so mesmerised by the fact that AS Monaco's Marshall could well be joining us, so I didn't really care and turned all my focus onto getting that little Frenchman into the squad. Now, Arsenal accept our loan offer for Chuba Akpom, so he's going to be on our way. 2k a week for him, so not bad at all. His morale's quite good. His form's not too bad either, and as we face Oldham in the Capital One Cup, he should definitely get the start just to try him out and see how he gels within the squad, along with a few other youngsters as well. Now, we're going to be selling a little 18-year-old who, I say selling, he's actually going on loan to Brentford. He's 18. We've got ourselves a new 18-year-old striker who's a slightly higher overall, so just get him some experience. And talking of an 18-year-old striker, this guy could be coming in as well. We send the contract offer. He wanted 4 years, we gave him 3. Now, with only 2 hours left in the transfer window, was he going to accept or no? An hour to go, the tension was rising, we advance it again. We've got a message there saying deadline day has ended. Now, were we able to seal the deal? Is Anthony Marshall going to be training with us? Will he be leaving for Leicester City to join us for the remainder of the Premier League season? The answer is no. There's no message there, so utterly heartbreaking. We should seal that deal in January though, I should imagine. Now here's a little scouting update from that big scout we bought. 5 million we spent on him. That's what he brings us back. Couple of 15-year-olds with between 58 and 80 potential. Could be a lot worse, could be slightly better. And I don't unlock that career mode wonderkids scout function until I'm level 20. I think that's been a thing that I've noticed a lot of people doing, where you're guaranteed one absolute worldie of a player. I don't quite have that yet, but what I do have is the almighty Tubarak Pom. So unfortunately, we couldn't get Marshall on board. We will have him by January. So next up, we face Oldham Athletic in the Capital One Cup. We're going to start a group of youngsters out just to get them gelling, to get some experience, and to make sure we rest our top players for the big Premier League fixtures coming in the future. If you've liked this episode, please drop us a like. I know there's no gameplay in it, but it would be cool anyway, just to see what you thought or any advice given going into January. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you next time.